Hi, welcome to another episode of Girls, 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 and today I'm being joined by
Mary Hawk.
Yeah. And I guess tell us a bit about yourself. What do you do?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm an entrepreneur, founder and CEO of the Sheen Foundation, Sheen Med Spa, a blogger at Merry Go Around, and a feminist.
Yeah, that's great. So we're going to move on to the first question. If you were an ice cream flavor, what would you be?
I would be like a mango flavor because I think mangoes are really like, they're an exotic fruit.
Yeah.
That's really good. Everyone likes them no matter where they come from. They love mangoes.
Yeah.
They're great for your immunity. They clear your skin, which is related to what I'm doing. And they're so sweet, but even diabetic people can enjoy them.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'd be mango.
That's great. I love mango flavored like anything, and
yeah,
super
I
good.
told you everyone likes it.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, what is the best and worst part about being a girl?
I think the best part about being a girl is all the opportunities we're offered. Like right now, we have all sorts of campaigns, movements, and people speaking up for our rights, our empowerment, all the things that we were denied, and now we are here at this time that we're capable of doing big things like I am. And it's really important for us to realize how lucky we are to be getting all of this, and those are some of the perks of being a girl. But at the same time, being a girl, there's the acknowledgement and the knowing that there are girls like you and me who don't have the same opportunities. They can't have access to those resources, those opportunities that they can really bring themselves up to become the women they dream to be. So that is sort of like the pros and cons. You know you have access to them, you know you can get them, and many of us do, but there are women who just don't, and those girls are the ones that we're trying to help. Right?
Yeah, definitely. So, I think there's a very big difference, especially for like developed countries and developing countries. Like here we have like the Me Too movement. There's so much like empowerment, but back like over there, we need to realize they don't have like the same amount.
Right. It's like the acknowledgement that yes, there are girls who exist, and they're not as fortunate as you and me. They can't go to school. They can't be like astronauts. They can't go out in space. They can't be doctors and help people. They can't be lawyers. And those are obstacles that are preventing progress in the world, right? That's like loss of potential. That's women who are just not getting the opportunity to go out.
Exactly.
And we're missing out on that, right? We're in the search of the next Einstein. We're always talking about who's going to be the next big thing. And how can we possibly imagine all of that when half of us are like held back? And we're never going to make those discoveries. We're never going to fight and win those battles, you know? And that exists. So it's really important to acknowledge it first of all, and then do something to change it.
Yeah, I agree. So what is your definition of success, and do you think you've achieved it?
Okay, so success means to me consistently achieving all of your goals that you're setting at the standard that you first envisioned them. And success doesn't mean like you've reached a point and then that's it. Like there's no more going forward, there's no more struggling, there's no more hard work. That's not success. Success to me is like being constantly hungry for like more. I want to do this, I want to be better, I want to see this in the world, so I'm going to go for it. And that's success. That constant struggle, it's hard, right? But like they say, you know, I'm not going to say it's easy, but I'm going to say it's worth it. So the hunger and all of that strive and passion to keep going forward, that's success. And definitely, like if I think about myself, in the goals that I've achieved, yes, like I'm successful in doing what I thought I would do, but I'm not stopping there. As I told you, like my foundation, for example, it's fairly new, and right now I'm just working for women in Toronto, and that scope's like in comparison to the rest of the world, to all the women who need it, it's like small. It's like, you know, and if I keep growing and if I keep expanding internationally, imagine all those women will be able to boost their confidence and do something. So that's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be a lot of like all-nighters. It's going to be like going out to people. It's going to be like, you know, a group of people working together for a common cause. And I'll think that every step that we take, if we can make it, if we can take that next step, and if we can do something, you know, that we think is possible or even impossible, then we're being successful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing with like growth mindset.
As you mentioned, the growth mindset is really important, because some people stop at that point and they're like, okay, I'm done,
Like,
I'm
I'm done.
finished,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
successful.
Yeah.
But then what does it mean you're doing with the rest of your life? You have qualifications, you have money, you have education and experiences that the world needs.
Yeah.
You can't just stop.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to keep going. You
Yeah.
have people who need you.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you should never stop. You should always like keep moving forward.
Yeah. Next question, who or what inspires you?
So the person who inspires me the most is my mom, because, and it's not just like, yeah, she raised me, yes, you know, I've grown up with her, and she's the woman who's had like the most direct impact on my life. But it's also because she's this sort of role model that I've always looked onto, and she's been exemplary. She's held all the qualities that I've looked for in a strong, proud, and change maker kind of woman.
Yeah.
And I've earned most of my feminist like mindsets and opportunities from her.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about like all these issues. I didn't get to know about them because I'm in a society, like we're in a society where most of them are hidden behind walls or behind borders across the world.
Yeah.
And we are not encountered with them on a daily basis. We may think they don't exist, or we may think, yeah, they're on a small scale. She was like a real eye-opener for me. She taught me and she showed me like what is going on in the world and how much like even one girl can make like, you know, a difference.
Yeah.
So that's really important for me, understanding like my value in this world and also showing women their value in the world, how important it is for them to realize that they are important puzzles, like, and they need to solve themselves. And once they get to know, like, yes, this is me, like, this is who I am, then they can go out and like show it to the world and say, this is who I am, this is what I can do, and these are my goals. And once they start achieving them, and all these women go out and do what they want to do, this world will be so much better.
Exactly.
And she's been like that guiding star, you know, when you're like rowing your boat and it's like it's nighttime and you're on the water and all you can follow is that like line that's, you know, reflecting from the sky. So she was like that star that I was watching all the way. So like you can't see everything that you're going to encounter. You're going to face an obstacle that you didn't see coming.
Exactly.
But as long as you know that light is there to guide you and you can see like what's ahead, it, you know, it might not be perfect, but knowing that you have like someone who's watching over you is like amazing.
Yeah.
So that's why she's like the kind of woman I want to grow up to be.
I think mothers are so important for like daughters, especially because her values will be like a direct mirror of your values.
If our mothers like empower us and tell us what our superpowers are, then we feel like, yeah, you know, we can do all this stuff. I really appreciate like the role of mothers.
So what is your biggest regret?
That I didn't meet you earlier.
Oh my gosh.
So like,
so sweet.
yeah, like I'm looking for like-minded people, and you're like so awesome. You're doing a really good
you.
job with your YouTube channel.
Gosh, thanks.
So we really need more people to speak up about these issues, and you're doing a great job with your platform.
Okay, thank you.
But like seriously, in terms of like my regret, I would think that my regret would be something around, like along the lines of the day being like only 24 hours and me being like a huge spark, wanting to do so much, and I want to bring so much change and I have so much to do, so many lives to reach out to. I feel like the 24 hours is just like not too short. You know how like in a game we get like 3 lives and we have to complete this mission, and even in the game we fall short, we need more than 3 lives. So in this one life, I'm looking to add more lives, and through like what I mean by that is more people to join me, and then with all those lives together, we can do something big. And I could do everything in one life and be the luckiest person alive.
That sounds amazing, actually. I love the analogy with the game thing.
I play it like when I think about what life is, it's like the video game, right? We have a goal and there are obstacles that are going to kill us in the game, right? in real life, those obstacles can actually hold us back and pause our progress for years. We can be stuck in the same situation and not be able to move forward. And sometimes it's not us, sometimes it's just the situation itself. If you have people who are supporting you, who are like in your mission, yes, your one life's stuck, but the others aren't, and they're able to move forward if you're not. And they can bring change, and you can rely on them. And sometimes those are the same lives that can take you out of that situation.
What is your proudest achievement? I think we already can see that.
So I would say that my proudest achievement is my foundation. The Sheen for She Foundation is becoming like an outlet for me to do something that I've always wanted to do. Like, I've been blogging for so many years, and all those times I've been writing down what I want to see in this world, what I ask for people to improve themselves. And all this time I was writing it down, and while that does make a change, now I have like something that can make a change, like actually. So that would be, you know, the best thing for me to do. And what my blog has really taught me about, like, just my voice being, it's not powerless. And when you have like actual hands working for your cause, and when you actually have like a full platform to do it, then that makes you more powerful as a woman who has both things. And it feels so good to see those words come to life. It's like a storybook and then a movie. So I would say like my proudest achievement is the foundation, because it kind of took birth out of like what I wanted to do as a writer, and then it's an add-on to what I can do as a person. It would definitely be my proudest thing.
And definitely, I think the whole online platform is so important now. Like, you can get word out there really fast.
It is,
Like, info spreads fast, fake info also spreads fast. But it's like everyone is so connected, and you can really make, not like easy change, but it'll be easier to reach out to more people.
Like the Me Too movement, right? So it's making a difference, right? And it started in person, but now it's mostly taking on the internet. You see these pictures, you see people posting on, you know, they're saying that yes, we're involved with this. And we want to start a similar thing with the Sheen for She Foundation. So we should, as I said, like, spread it like wildfire. Let people know what's going on, and that what they can do is actually right in their home. They can do it where they are. They can do it, doesn't matter which profession, how old they are, where they are. They can do it, and it can significantly improve their lives. And that's what we're trying to do for women who don't have access to these services. You know, so it's like, you know, positivity should be contagious. And we need to spread it. So
definitely. So what is your advice to all the young girls out there, especially those maybe thinking of careers in your profession or just figuring out what to do with their lives?
So I would tell them that they need to respect that we have all these resources. We have this education that we can go forward. Every career comes with its educational background, its own set of experiences. Everything that you need to earn and work hard for before you reach, like, you know, you reach that level. I don't want to say like success that you stop, but it's a level of success where you are capable of doing something special. And with that education, if they feel like it's something that won't make them feel like they're working, but rather like living their lives, like it's the time of their lives, it should be something that if they wake up in the morning, it shouldn't be like, oh, I have to go to work, and you know, I'm running 10 minutes late, and like, I'm gonna be in trouble. It should instead be like, yeah, I'm getting up for today. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to do this. Or like when you get home and you have so much work, it shouldn't be like a burden. It shouldn't be a pressure. It shouldn't stress you. Instead, it should be like, I can't wait to do this. And that's something that a lot of people don't have with their careers. It shouldn't be like that. So if you want to go into a career, first of all, you need to respect the education. Think about, is it something you actually want to do? And are you going to think that it's worth your time? Is it something you're going to enjoy for the rest of your life? And once you get that education, you need to realize that it's not just yours. Now it's time to share it. Once you attain it, you need to spread it. It's like, Thanksgiving dinner. You know, you've cooked all your food, right?
Yeah.
And you're not going to keep like the entire turkey with you, right? It's always better when you share it, when all your family's around and everyone's enjoying it, and you hear people say like, wow, you've done a great job. So when you get an education, the world is your family. You need to share your education. Let them know what you know. Give it to them.
Yeah.
And they will let you know that it's great what you've done. And if it's like, it's either cooking or learning, it's great when it's shared, because that's when the difference comes in, right? And you have, like, for example, I know how to blog, right? And if I let people know how to make their blogs better, more voices will be heard, and more people know how to grab an audience, spread their message. And like for you example, you're running the YouTube channel, you're letting people know that this is possible, right? You're only in high school, and you're so young, and it feels like it's something people would think that, oh, you know, like this is hard, and you know, I have something to say in the world, but I can't because it's difficult. But now you're showing them that's possible. So when you get a kind of education, it's the same concept. Now that you know something, share it and let people know that yes, they're capable of making a change, and also encourage them to get an education. That way we can all improve. We can all support each other, and that's the most beautiful thing about education, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for meeting with me. It was such a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.